Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of our Community Access. Last week, we went to the Wag and Walk for the Canine Rescue League. Then, our friend Elgin Nichols has another segment of his toolbox. Then, we went to an anniversary in Oxford. And finally, it's George from Joe's Garden Center, all today in our Community Access.
Welcome to the American Legion Friday Night Fish Fry. Y'all come in to the best fish fry in town.
Welcome back. Last week, Terry and I went to the Wag and Walk from the Canine Rescue League. With the story is our reporter, Terry Stiles.
Hi, Bill. It's a gorgeous morning out here in Oxford. We're at Powell Lake Park, and I'm with the Canine Stray Rescue League. They're having a Wag and Walk fundraiser, and with me is Dr. Glidden from the Lakeville Animal Clinic, and you are associated with the Canine Stray Rescue League. How?
Yes, I'm one of the veterinarians in the community that help out Canine Stray Rescue when they have some medical issues or if they need some consultations, and also to help support any post-adoption problems.
And you're not the only one that does it. You volunteer your time? Is that how that works?
Well, all of us in the veterinary community all seem to have our organizations that we work with. We're very, very supportive of our shelters. We really want to get these guys homes. We want to get them good quality veterinary care, because a lot of times these shelters don't have a lot of money to work with. So usually that falls on to us to give them a hand when we can. And
then afterwards, when hopefully the dogs are adopted, can they then, you know the history of the dog, can they then bring them to you?
Yeah, depending on if they've had problems before, sometimes we do have some history on them before. The key is that once they're adopted, they come into a veterinary clinic, any veterinarian, and we get to go through and make sure that they got a happy, healthy adoption, make sure we can identify any problems that need to be taken care of. And obviously, there's always some little glitches sometimes that can pop up with some behavioral issues, and we just make sure we can address those things and make sure they're up to date on vaccinations and make sure they understand heartworms and flea control.
And then maintenance, general maintenance throughout the rest of the year, responsible pet ownership. Why don't you walk through that with us?
Yeah, and again, that's one of those things that we like to do right after an adoption, is that we want you to see a veterinarian. We want to make sure that we can go through talking about heartworm, especially this time of year. It's spring, so we want to make sure they have their heartworm checks. We want to make sure they're on heartworm preventative. Fleas and ticks are starting up. We already have a jar that we're collecting ticks at our clinic, just so people can see what they look like. So it's out there, and we want to make sure that you know what your risk factors are for the area. And again, your local veterinarian is going to be the best one to know what your potential risks are.
And we're certainly here for the Canine Stray Rescue League, so how about a plug for them? What do you have to say for the work that they do?
Oh, Gal, it's invaluable. It's honestly, these guys work so hard, tirelessly. Their work that they do is just amazing, and I'm very respectful for all that they do. I'm very thankful for all the things that they do.
Well, I'm sure they want to thank you, too. I really appreciate the care that they've given this animal community, and I appreciate the fact that when we get those dogs, they are taken care of. They have seen someone like yourself. Many more people in this area volunteer or work with shelters, correct?
Yeah, many of the veterinary community in this area is very, very supportive, and a lot of them offer, depending on the shelter that they're working with, they'll offer a no-charge exam right after the adoption, just to make sure that everything is in really, really good shape.
What are the basic needs that you're seeing these dogs come in with?
Well, when they come in, fortunately, shelter is a really good front line. They have some really good experience. They usually know how to triage these guys, take care of minor problems, and malnutrition's a big one, and skin problems. This time of year for puppies, they get a lot of things like viral diarrhea problems that can be very, very lethal. So, it all depends on the individual dog. And right now, it's mostly they just need a good home. They need some love, and they need some good chow.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us, and I'm ready to go get my hands on one of those little puppies over there. So we're carrying on, Bill. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bill, I'm going for my shameless plug for pits. I am with, what's your name?
John Suarez.
John Suarez owns both of these beautiful animals. Both are rescued. John, tell me a little bit about this one.
Zeus was rescued from my sister's friend's house. It's her dog. And the dog was abused when it was only 2 months old. And then once my sister found out, she rescued him. He's in a little tension whore. Don't mind him. But he's rescued, and my sister's had him for over a year now. And he's a great social dog and loves to play and meet and go ahead and have a good time. He's a great dog. I love him. He's awesome.
There's a lot to be said for the affection and attention that pits love.
Absolutely. They're great dogs. Some of the best dogs I have ever known have been pits. I know there's a lot of good breeds out there, and pits are definitely underrated. They're great dogs, and it's sad to see all the negative publicity for them because they're such great dogs. They really are.
I have to agree with you. I just wanted to get them on camera for a minute, Bill. I just can't stand it. They do have a bad reputation, but actually they're the most lovable dogs I've ever been exposed to. So thanks for talking with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for bringing them down. Do you have rescue animals?
Yeah, they're actually both from the Canine Rescue.
Okay, and tell me about this one.
His name's Lucky. I got him back in October, I believe. Yeah, and he was about 9 months old at the time, so he's a little over a year now.
And so what made you adopt a dog from the Canine Stray Rescue League?
Well, it's actually a sad story. Me and my ex broke up, and she stole my dog. So.
Oh no, that is.
So after a couple months of mourning, I decided to get another dog, and I actually fell in love with another pit bull at the shelter, and the place I live won't let me have it's an aggressive breed, they say. So I was not gonna even adopt a dog that day, and then he came and crawled into my lap and rolled over on his belly and just let me pet him, and I just fell in love with him instantly.
He chose you.
Yeah.
And how about you? Did you adopt from the Canine Stray Rescue?
This is Stark. He is a year and a half. We got him almost a month ago now. So, and we just me and my wife got married, and we got a little puppy too. So we just wanted to have 2 dogs. So.
And so how has the experience been?
It's been good so far. It's been really good. He's a really good dog. They take care of their dogs there, and I mean, I'd rather rescue a dog than get one from a breeder any day. So. It's been nice. Yep.
So how was the transition? Did he adjust well?
Oh yeah, he's been fine with the puppy and everything, and coming to the house. And day 2, he was at home, so it was nice.
And what made you pick him?
He was the only one that wasn't barking when he walked in the kennels. He just sat there, so right. he found us right there, so it was nice.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for telling us your story. Every story is fantastic. And I'm sorry, I didn't get your name?
I'm Joe.
Joe, thank you. And your name?
Mike.
Bill, I finally caught up with 2 very busy ladies from the Canine Stray Rescue League, Terry and Kelly. Girls, thank you so much for the work that you do, and I know we've asked you these questions a million times, but what makes you want to dedicate your time to the Canine Stray Rescue League? Oh, Terry's looking at Kelly.
Go ahead, Kelly. You've been doing it longer.
Doing it for a long time, but just the love of the dogs and the need out there for there's so many dogs in need. And it's just very rewarding, and it still is rewarding. I have good and bad days, but most of them are good.
Terry, how many pets have you ended up with?
Well, I've had quite a few fosters, but my last foster I did adopt. She has a few little issues, and we were having a hard time adopting her, but she's doing great now. And I go to the kennel because, of course, the dogs need it, but it's therapy for me. Just to be there, loving on the dogs, hugging and kissing them, and socializing them, and to be with friends like Kelly, even though she yelled at me for using this megaphone the whole day. I did have a big enough voice, but I would have not had a voice by now if I didn't use it.
What are some of the things that you recommend that there's a family, say, perfect family, looking for a dog? What do you recommend to them as far as coming in and getting used to the dogs? What do you tell them?
Well, what we do is, we have the people come in and we have them look around and see if there's a connection just by looking at the dog. When they choose a dog, we'll bring them into the house, into the kitchen, and let them spend some special time with them there. Kelly is our dog evaluator, so we always make sure it's the right fit. She goes through and she works extensively with these dogs to make sure they're good with kids, to make sure they don't have food aggression, and then we make sure it's a good fit by reading her evaluation forms, letting them spend time with the dogs, and then if it's a good fit, then we adopt them out that day.
And I know that we've talked about this before. Canine Stray Rescue is a nonprofit, correct? If you have people that love dogs, can't have one right now, what do you recommend there, number one? And number two, I know you don't want to go into the costs because each dog is different, but why coming to the shelter financially is a better reason?
Well, basically, I forgot what you said. Basically, you want to come out to the shelter to help. We always need volunteers. We always need, donations if you want to donate dog biscuits or dog leashes, or we actually have a list on our website of what our needs are. And as far as monetarily, basically every dog is different. Some dogs require more medical attention, other dogs don't. It kind of balances out. We're pretty much breaking even with our dogs. They all pretty much come in with some sort of kennel cough. It's very common, and it just kind of goes through the whole facility. But basically, monetarily, the adoption fee covers a lot of what we're doing with the animals. So.
It covers all the vaccinations for the dogs, the spay and the neuter, heartworm test, and we do give them heartworm preventative while they're with us also. And can I say how much it is?
If you want, yeah.
Okay, because it really is very reasonable. It's $200, but when you think about getting a dog spay and neutered, and the first vet visit is also free as long as you choose to go to one of our 3 vets.
So they're basically move-in ready, which is great.
Right.
Yes, right.
Okay, so let's get to the point and why we're here today. What is the event that we're here at?
We are at the Wag and Walk, the 3rd annual. We had about 175 participants. We had a very good showing of vendors and previous adopters, and we had some dog contests, which were very fun. I think the peanut butter liquor contest was the most popular. But all the proceeds are going to go towards the dogs, towards our facility, which always needs something done to it. But yeah, all the proceeds go directly to helping the dogs in our care.
Terry, one last question. The dogs that you get at Canine Stray Rescue, where do they come from?
They come from all over Michigan and Ohio. What we do is we wait. Sometimes animal control will call us and say, you know what, we're filled to capacity and we have these particular dogs that need to be saved, and we will go there. A simple evaluation test is done on them, and then we bring them to our place. We also go to Ohio. Ohio is very rural and they still gas dogs in Ohio, so we make a point of going to Ohio. There's a rescue we work with out there. Obviously they can only take in a certain amount of dogs, so they call us and say, can you help us out? And we do have people at the rescue that will take a van or two and go pick up puppies and dogs from there.
Sad story most of the time, but the good part is I know you've done hundreds and hundreds of adoptions. So Bill, these people always need our help. They always are here with a smile on their face. It's got to be hard to say goodbye to those dogs when they go. But I'm telling you, if you're considering bringing home a dog, please come to Canine Stray Rescue. Wag and Walk for the Canine Stray Rescue League. Now, this isn't the only fundraiser they have, but it's one of their biggest. They had 175 participants today in Oxford, which is really great, and they hope that it will grow. This is their 3rd year. Keep an eye on their website. Find out when they have more fundraising events. They can always use funding, blankets, leashes, food, any time of the year, not just on a beautiful sunny day. It's wonderful to see all these participants out here, but definitely if you're interested in helping them out, if you can't adopt an animal right now, just give them a call. Go to their website, Canine Stray Rescue League. Bill, it's been a wonderful day here at Powell Lake Park.
How cute was those little dogs? Next up, it's Elgin's Toolbox. Elgin?
Hi, Bill. Hey, welcome to Elgin's Toolbox. And today we have a person in this vicinity of Oxford that says that the light switch that you see here is arcing, and it scares the living daylights out of them. Well, you know, there are contacts inside the switch, and occasionally those contacts after a number of years can wear, and that's what the arcing is. They can be cleaned, sometimes with a solvent, spray solvent for electrical purposes, but I like to replace them when they get to be this age because that sparking might come back again. So we'll take this plate off first. Okay, now I see the plate. We have also an insulator behind it, and this is a good idea, and in most homes you should have an insulator. It keeps the cold air from coming up through the wall and entering the room. Much more energy efficient. Now you can see the light switch. We have access to it, but we're going to have to kill the power now. I'll make sure the power is off, of course, before we disconnect this safety thing. Okay, next step is to remove the switch. There's two screws, one on the top, one on the bottom, and we'll disconnect these in just a minute. Okay, now we'll pull the switch out, and oh my gosh, look at that, it's cracked in the back. So good thing we're replacing this today. And we'll disconnect this ground on it, and I see the neutral is disconnected also, so I don't know what happened there, but we'll have to reconnect the neutral. Just take me a minute. We'll get this off. Okay, this is the new switch that we're going to put in, and there's a couple of ways in which this can be mounted. You notice screws on the side. We can either hook the two wires here using a mechanical method, in other words, making a loop like we have here on this ground, which by the way will go to the ground connection on this side, or we can just take these and plug them in direct to these small holes, and that'll work also. So that's the approach we'll take. It's not the mechanical route. Normally, if I'm doing a complete house, I would prefer the mechanical, but this will work fine. So we'll connect these up first. When you're connecting mechanical connection, you want to make sure that you put the wire in the direction that you're going to be turning it. For example, you'll turn the screw clockwise. So you put the wire just the left of the screw, and when you tighten it down, it'll actually become nice and snug, just the way you want it. Okay, we have our wires connected. We're all set. Now we're going to dress these wires into the box and kind of push them back, nice and easy. Normally I like to also check the power before I do this, just to make sure that I don't have a broken wire somewhere. But the wires all look good in this. I inspected it in advance. Now it's just a matter of mounting the switch to the box. We'll do that now. Okay, Bill, well, we got our switch in, so now it's just a matter of putting this plate on, and don't forget to put the insulator on it as well. That's this little styrofoam piece here. Okay, well, we have our plate back on, Bill. We're going to check the light. Hey, let there be light. And there was. Okay, so the light switch works great now. There are all kinds of light switches you can buy out there. This is one of the better type. You'll pay anywhere between $1.50 for a light switch up to about $6. The one I put in here runs roughly about $4. Should last a lifetime of this house. So, that being said, if you were to contact an electrician, have him come out, just the service call alone would cost between probably $50 and $75. For $4, you have a light switch. All you gotta do is do it yourself. This is Elgin's Toolbox.
Good job, Elgin. What a guy. Next up, we went to Oxford for an anniversary. With the story is Holly Bill. Holly?
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
today we're here celebrating 65 years with the Curtis Insurance Agency in downtown Oxford. They have been a chamber member 63 years. They have contributed to the community. This is an exciting time for a brick and mortar business to be around for 65 years. So here in a little bit we're going to do a rededication ceremonial ribbon cutting. So stay tuned.
I cut out this of Curtis Insurance. It's the front of their building. It's all one piece of paper, you know, get the contrast going, and they hired me to do this for their 65th anniversary. And it's the biggest piece I've done so far. I'm sort of just starting up my little paper cutting artistry, and it's great. This is a fun little open house to come to. It's my first public appearance. And I brought lots of extra scissors for everybody to try out and see if they can do some paper cutting, a little more advanced than snowflakes, but yes.
All day they've had community appreciation. They want a lot of their customers and the community to come out and just say thank you. They feel that they are honored to be here for 65 years, and it is because of you, the community, for Oxford supporting them for all these years, that they are able to continue to be here and do what they do and continue to love it. I have Greg Clay here, and he is one of the owners of Curtis Insurance, and I want him to tell the story. 65 years is a very long time, Greg, so let us in a little bit on how this all started. When did you start?
Well, the agency was founded in 1948 by Ralph R. Curtis, and he also did real estate at the time. Agency actually moved into our building here in 1950, so since 1950 it's been in the same place for all those years. Brenda and I had a chance to purchased the agency in 2005 from the Curtis family, from Ralph, and we're ever so grateful that we had that opportunity. What a great foundation that the Curtis family built here in the area, and we just want to continue to serve our customers here and other parts of the community through some of the outreach efforts that we do and supporting good causes in Oxford.
Wonderful. And we do have the other owner, Brenda Curtis, and she has been here since when, Brenda?
Well, it's Brenda Gomery to begin with, and I've been here since 1986. Started working, serving the customers, and that's one of the things I really like around here is helping people and serving the community and protecting our community. And if something goes wrong, we're there to help people put things back together.
Thank you, Brenda Gomery. We also have the namesake of Curtis Insurance Agency here. Mr. Curtis is here, and would you like to say a few words, Mr. Curtis?
It's really exciting to be here today. I want to thank Greg for the opportunity to be here and want to tell the community what a great job Greg is doing and Brenda in continuing the agency. It's very tough today to find businesses that continue on in a community, but Oxford has been very supportive, and Greg and Brenda are doing a fantastic job. We appreciate it and enjoyed working with the people here from about 1979 through about 2008. So thank you, Oxford and the surrounding area.
Thank you. Curtis Insurance is also about giving back to the community, and you have a special promotion going. So you want to tell us a little bit about Blessings in a Backpack?
Sure. Blessings in a Backpack is a charity that gives food to kids on the weekends if they're on reduced or free lunch programs. And what we're doing this year is for anyone who quotes their insurance with us, we're going to give $1 to Blessings in a Backpack to help support that. So we've already been doing that for this part of the year, but we'd love to talk to anybody who'd like their insurance quoted. No charge to them. We're going to give $1 to Blessings in a Backpack.
That is wonderful. You can call Curtis Insurance at 248-628-3604. That is correct, right? They've also been a chamber member. They are one of our longest standing chamber members. You guys were founded in 1950, so were we. So from my understanding, you guys have been a chamber member for as long as we've been here. So we are truly, truly honored to have Mr. Curtis, Brenda Gomery, Greg Clay, and all of their support. If you look around, they have a lot of people out here who support them come out and are celebrating with them today. So we're going to cut the ribbon. Nope, we're not going to cut the ribbon. We have another special guest here. We have Joe Young. He is the village manager, huge support of our downtown, and he'd like to say a few words.
Sure. Well, we're very pleased about Greg and Ralph being here and Brenda and the service that they've provided the community for all these years. And as Holly mentioned, they're very strong supporters of our community and in our schools and the events that take place, and a great asset for the downtown. And they have great service. I personally know they have super people who that really care about you and take care of what your needs are and answer your questions. And that's what we have here in Oxford. We're small and done right with great friendly people. And Greg and Brenda and the business that Ralph started is continuing that. And again, serving our community very well all the way around. So we're very pleased and happy to have you here and wish you many, many more years.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. So come on down to Curtis Insurance. They love to see new customers. They love to see friendly faces. They also want to help Blessings in a Backpack. So if you get a quote done, they will give $1 to Blessing in a Backpack, and you will not only be getting a great affordable quote, you will also be helping out a wonderful cause. So on behalf of the Chamber, Brenda, Greg, I've known you for as long as I've been a director, and I can personally say that these two will take very good care of you as well as their staff. So again, Curtis Insurance, 248-628-3604. Come on in, get your quote done, and let them help you. And now, without further ado, we are going to cut the ribbon, and we are going to rededicate 65 years of Curtis Insurance and celebrate with a ceremonial ribbon cutting.
Well, that's all the time for this week. We hope you enjoyed our program. Next week, we will show you some of the Memorial Day celebration in Oxford. So, for our announcers Terry Stiles and George White and Holly Bill, I'm Bill Service, and you have a great, great week. Finally. Oh, Lord.
Hi, I'm Liz Sawilski, Senior Representative with the American Cancer Society, and Relay for Life is coming to Oxford and Lake Orion. We actually are hosting our event here at Friendship Park, June 1st and 2nd. It's a 24-hour event, 10 a.m. to 10 a.m., and we invite all the public. We want everyone to come out and join us. The money raised for Relay for Life helps fund cancer research as well as programs and services provided through the American Cancer Society. So please come out and join us June 1st and 2nd here at Friendship Park. Please contact me with any questions, and we hope to see you here.